Hello, welcome back to more Phoenix Wright is Returning Justice for All, where, unfortunately, the tail end of the last episode did get cut off because my recording software decided to have an aneurysm in that particular moment. But here's what you basically missed. Edgeworth took the bear. I accepted it's still right there, apparently. So that's interesting. And, apparently there was a camera inside the bear's eye that had a perfect view of the crime scene, so make of that what you will.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
Okay. And you have anything to say? Real killer. So the real person who killed Mr. Corita was...
That assassin, Mr. Shelley the killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who was his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer. They named the assassin's client.
Who could have hired the assassin?
Do you think it was
Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? It was to frame on guard. Very, very clearly that's why she did that. Didn't she admit to that?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Matt on guard himself? Was it Matt? No, it wasn't.
If Mr. On Guard really did hire the assassin...
And he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. On Guard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him...
Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Corita?
Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Corita, okay?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see any psych-locks at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. What would that be?
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year, and if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going out with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Mr. On Guard, secret! What is the secret?
I don't know yet, but for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Corita was going to reveal this secret. That means... Mr. On Guard has plenty of motive to have Mr. Corita's silence. Which means we have to meet with On Guard. There's no way around it now. Okay, so let's go down to the detention center in that case. Move, hallway. March 22nd, Gateway Hotel hallway.
Wow, it's really getting late now, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. It's still the matter of the secret Mr. Corita held about Mr. On Guard. And Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls, don't you worry. Maybe we can ask Gumshoe for... Not Gumshoe, he isn't working there anymore. Maybe we can go ask Edgeworth at the Criminal Affairs Department for some... Like, to grant a special time, or special extended hours. You again. And she's gone, thank goodness. No, don't call her back.
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Great. Gee, thanks to Bundle Edgeworth, what a pal you are! Okay, what do you have to say?
This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Oh, did they now? Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting.
Scandalous? What's that?
It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going on around my dear June.
Or Juan. I said June. Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews. But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Corita.
I'll let you in on another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything. Okay, and Juan and Adrian?
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard.
That manager? Who are you talking about?
You don't know that manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impact. Miss Andrews mentioned right. That's the other weird thing. Why is there a picture of Celeste in freaking... That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, that's the one. That's Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Corita?
You really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What the... Celeste suicide.
Why would Miss Impact want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they were going to get married each, right? They promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage.
Oh. So he's just a dick then.
It was in the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager Celeste killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna find out. Okay, let's go ask people at the Criminals Affairs Department, see if we can get extra time to talk to On Guard. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Okay, let's just go. Criminal Affairs Department. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
It feels so intense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. Wonder if something happened. You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. And who might that be? You mean for the On Guard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I'm gonna bet it's Lotta. I'm going to bet that it's Lotta Hart. I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between this kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
What?
I've already called them, so they know. Go on. Go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Oh, just you wait. We'll find that one last piece of evidence that proves definitively that Madame Guard has been framed. Don't worry. We always find something. I guarantee you within the next 30 minutes, we will have found the linchpin of this case is going to prove once and for all that Madame Guard is innocent. And on that note, so that means both Mustard and Guard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Can I talk to them both? Because if I can talk to them both, then it doesn't really matter. But okay, so if the game is giving me the choice, then I'm assuming I can only talk to one of them. So in that case, we came here to see On Guard. There's nothing you can tell us anymore that's going to be of any use to us. So I need to speak to my client directly. You need a surfer voice. You deserve a surfer voice. Why didn't I give you a surfer voice?
I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you.
I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Corrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt On Guard. What's around? It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what the secret is, please? Oh, there are the Cyclops. Okay, well, at least what the Cyclops point about. 5?! There are 5?! Why are there 5?! 5?! But, like, why, though? But, like, actually, why, though? Okay, you know what? At least the Cyclops didn't pop up when we asked him, did you murder? At least when asked, did he murder Juan Corrida? Oh, wait a second. I just realized something. We know with absolute certainty that the killer is the one who killed, freaking, what's the name? Juan Corrida. But that's not the question we asked him. We asked, did you kill Juan Corrida? And that was a true statement. It was true that he didn't. But we didn't ask him, did you tell somebody else to kill Juan Corrida? That's genius. That's pure unbridled genius on the writer's part. and yet at the same time, it pisses that. I am so upset with myself. I should have noticed that so much sooner. Wait, so the game is actually having us defend a guilty client. Holy hell. This case is so interesting. This is such an interesting case. How did I not see that? I should have spotted that.
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Cyclox. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Juan and Adrian. Did you know about Mr. Corita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you I don't care what Juan did with his life? Miss Andrews. She had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corita. Her mentor was Mr. Corita's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Mr. Select's impact suicide note from him. Celeste. Is that jogging any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. I for pizza, my treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea? Like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? I got caught up by the pizza dude at the shop. You're not calling. You can't contact Star Command on your stupid wrist thing. You wanna? Mr. On Guard. Are you connected to Miss Impact Suicide in some way? Guess you're just not gonna tell anybody about that. Okay. Hey, Edgeworth, can you help me out of a jam here? I'm in an impossible situation. Who? Uh-oh. Oh, it's you. I forgot you existed.
What happened? Why are you here?
I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to You're going to testify? What do you have anything to do with this? So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? I was talking with the detective a little while ago and I was on my way home when all of a sudden, you're under arrest and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy in an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? Okay. Calm yourself. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I don't really know yet. It sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is the lawyer he was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch, I don't really have a whole lot of friends, do I? We have Edgeworth. He's kind of on our side. We have Gumshoe. That's it. That's really it. This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. What is he really like? Well, let's see, Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. I can't say I'm surprised. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? Oh, you seem like a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in the world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see? But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? No, it's brand new. That's news to me. You mean Miss Impacts?
We heard something about how our wedding was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about the mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up, her skin is practically glowing with electricity. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today, but there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Corita?
Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste was talking with a few of her friends, and she said, looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. A truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corita by that? Well, someone else about Seville, right? And that would be the reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info, thank you. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? Mr. Underguard and Miss Andrews both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them tell me. Oh, do I have to? Also, I have to go back there to talk to Miss Andrews? Okay, let's go back there then. Now then, okay, so I can talk to. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a pick one or the other kind of thing. in which case I would have gotten 2 completely different sets of information. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions that I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Corey had on Mr. On Guard. Okay, so what do you have to tell me? Matt on Guard. I'd like to ask you about Matt on Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment toward Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. That's not even kind of true. About Mrs. Lesson Pax, I had finally put her death behind me, and now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide, and it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent toward Juan. I would never do something so stupid. A suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Is it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews.
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please tell me why you did what you did. Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
And Cyclox. Well, at least it's only 1 in comparison to the 5 that On Guard has. Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But
I'm sure I just heard Mr. Andrews say, revenge. Okay. Well, this doesn't... Okay, now what do we... Can we go back to tell Mr. Powers what we learned? I'm also considering making this my ringtone. I almost never have my phone off vibrate. I usually just have it on vibrate mode because there's never a situation in which having it on, having the ring on would benefit me. If I'm in a place where my phone shouldn't be making noise, but I need to be alerted to something, like someone texts me and it's a serious situation, my phone vibrates, no one else hears that or feels that, just me, so I know, and I'm like, all right, let's go deal with this. If the phone is ringing, then it's gonna disturb a lot of people. So there's never a situation in which I would need that to be, need the ring to be on. But if I did have it on, I would want this as my ringtone. Anyway, hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. Sounds like kind of ominous. Does it? Yeah, I know. I don't think I can hear this song and think it's ominous. Hello?
We're in trouble now, pal. Oh, I'll be back at the office really soon.
What's wrong?
Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth,
Edgeworth?
Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on.
Hello?
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Don't you simply need to get back to the office right away?
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Nick? Pull yourself together.
Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that. Okay, what happened to Edgeworth? Tell me now. What happened to Edgeworth?
Won't take you so long, pal. Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly?
And this bear is what gave them away, pal.
The bear.
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
Shh, Pearls. And, go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room?
Matt on Guard.
Huh?
Matt on Guard. Your client, that's who, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Okay. Look. I am 100% convinced now that the game is setting us up to defend a guilty client. I never in a million years thought that they were actually going to do it, but I'm convinced at this point. Not only are all the clues pointing to it, but little word trickery. The little freaking wordplay they used when we first asked about whether he killed Juan Correa or not. So clever and so infuriating. Okay. Are you sure you heard right?
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit I received for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt? That's all you have?
Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ungard himself.
My sight is failing me. This can't be. Okay. And the spy camera? So what about the spy camera we found?
That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away to evidence.
Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear refiled into the court record. Oh boy. Okay.
I know you don't want to give up, pal.
I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Carita's room was Matt on guard.
Why? Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita in one of their rendezvous.
I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you going to see him? Mr. Ungard, I mean?
Yes.
I'm scared, Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I think this might be the moment when the truth is revealed. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt on guard, what in the world have you done? Okay. Let's go back to the detention center one last time. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., my dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to talk, if you want to really know, let's talk. Okay. Presenting Magatama. 5 freaking Cyclops, that's insane. Okay, Matt's secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Carita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? Told you before, dude. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can't keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. I know you pay close attention to Mr. Carita, especially in that because of the spy camera. Nope, wrong. Spy camera. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Carita's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images this camera took with this transmitter. Where was it hidden? It was hidden in a stuffed bear. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, duh? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Carita was you. It has to be you. Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aww. Said I spent $3,800. I go to the department store all the time, okay? It's $300. It could be a toothbrush you brought. I don't care how rich you are. You don't spend $3,800 on a toothbrush. Are there even any toothbrushes on the planet that cost that much? A $3,800 toothbrush? It's got elephant hair for bristles. Oh, well, in that case... Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Apparently. Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Okay, only 3 more to go. This would be the normal amount right here. 3 Cyclops would be the normal amount. You're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked you why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So what are you gonna do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Carita's room and filmed it in secret is... because of this, right? Like, this ties him to Shelley the Killer. So, he was trying to record... He was trying to witness the murder, right? Like, he wanted to see... He wanted to see the killer fall through on his promise. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. This man's name is Shelley the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelley the Killer. That's ridiculous. Why would I know him, some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt on guard. I know why you know Mr. the Killer is because you are his client. I can't freaking believe it. I'm so upset that the game tricked me like that. That for this long, I never thought to myself, oh wait, he didn't kill him, he told someone else to do it, and therefore what he told us was not technically a lie, and therefore there were no Cyclocks. Genius. I can't be mad. And yet I am. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how? How would you know something like that? It's because you are his client. That's why. You hired Shelly DeKiller to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind who this whole murder is you, man on guard. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. On guard, you really did hire? Hold on a second, I'm gonna consult myself. Okay. Star Command can't help you anymore! Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's... What did he say? I didn't see what he said. Oh! How do you do, Mr. Lawyer Dude? I'm not on guard. Look, I don't care if it doesn't make any sense. The excuse I'm gonna take is that he changed his appearance. That is the excuse I'm going to take to give him the surfer voice. He should have had it all along. Oh, where did the wine glass come from? Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really? So you are Shelly DeKiller's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying. What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Oh, you little prick. Go on, let's grow and let's talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera in?
Weakling soon believes the words of others, just like the pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me? How much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why?
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Okay, that's pointless. Because DeKiller values client-assassin... The fact that I even have to say that is ridiculous. Client-assassin relationships above all else. So you have no... Like, he's not... That's really goes to show how much faith you have in him. So that's nice. I mean, to be like, I say that as if DeKiller was even kind of a halfway decent guy. He's an assassin. He's a literal assassin. He gets paid to kill people. So, it gets weird to me having to say that. But him having the one. There's a lot of things you need to worry about regarding DeKiller. One of those things is not that he's going to sell you out. That much he's not going to do. I can tell you that much. Doesn't make him any less shitty of a person, because he still is. He's still a freaking murderer. He's an assassin. It's kind of in the name that he's a terrible human being. But you don't need to keep a video as insurance. You just screwed yourself.
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl. Oh, you're just making my blood boil right now.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Corrida?
Because he was about to sling so much dung into my beautiful public image. Scanners are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Corrida had been able to give it, then Mr. Unguard's secret would have...
Oh, well, that's what they call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Corrida ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone all working their butts off for me, mad on guard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You're growing awfully quiet. How could I have been deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you would kill Juan Corrida, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey, no, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that DeKiller guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You... You kill Mr. Corita. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You can always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mr. Maya!
You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You're gonna end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. If I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. It's such a cliche phrase. One said something just like that if memory serves. Of course. Well, we all know how well things turn out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now... Who? Oh, is it Edgeworth? Now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the whole atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Well, Miss Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy.
No, we can't do that!
That's right, he's holding Maya hostage. What? What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Oh, this case is so interesting. This case is tackling such interesting ideas. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, not on guard, that man is really... Doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense, but what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess that we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. People like you and Francisca Von Karm are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Francisca, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record, that's all. And? Isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty! I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that such things as a perfect record were meaningless.
But, what?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith that you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Mr. Nick! The transceiver!
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. On Guard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me! A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself! I believe you were asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I don't think either of those things are associated with being an assassin, but okay. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients or my handiwork. That is why it is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. Well, what is your name? I believe I had told you once before, however. You did, but my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As the Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up on your end of the bargain, Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it that she sees a nice long nap.
Ah, no!
Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. The cat! Oh, we got him! Proof! Proof! We already knew. We already knew that's where he was. But now we have proof. Now we have definitive proof. Go! Go! Get him now!
Missing Maya! Missing Maya!
I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that at the end of the transmission? Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat.
A cat?
It can't be. That cat? Can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for on-guard mention. Oh, here we go! Alright, you hurry over there as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Ah, here we go!
Yeah!
No, don't examine. We don't have time to examine. Move, 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 move. Go to where? Go to the hotel and then we go to the lot. Then we go to the living room. Go, 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 go. Go, quickly now. March 22nd, on-guard mansion living room. Maya!
Please answer us, Mystic Maya!
We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape, assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler all this time was the killer. I believe it. I could have believed it. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Okay. That bear wasn't there before. That bear was not there before.
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear, but there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
Oh, that's the one that Maya saw. A wooden bear-shaped figurine covered in many thin cuts. A bear isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Right, looked out. There's a little pet door installed here.
Ah, I'm sure that's for Shu.
Do you think that this came through that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Ah, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals on a VCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moments the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
But there's no mistake that someone uses to record something. Looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Okay. What do we even... Where can we go from here? I don't even know. Where can we move? Oh, go to the wine cellar. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. The little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. Okay. There's a photo here. The photo was in the living room before. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean?
Yes, Mr. Corradi's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. On Guard's mansion?
And why does it say, with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added to the court record. Okay.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
What's so special about the frame?
On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame.
Oh, did Maya tell us where she's going? Oh! She left us a message. What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get On Guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. I'm fine. You don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearlie, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's got to watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that. If we give him a guilty sentence, then Maya is gonna die.
Mystic Maya!
Right. What's wrong? What a blank stare. Nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Oh yeah, she still has a psych lock to crack. So then let's just go crack it. Miss Andrews' Psychlock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitor's Room. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your Psychlock. Psychlock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Oh, with freaking pleasure. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. On Guard for the murder? I've already told you countless times it's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. On Guard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you were saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt and that's why? What an absurd idea. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There is something or someone in her past that make her take. Well, the only person the only person who would fall into that category would be none other than Celeste. That's not Celeste Impacts herself. Celeste. There is only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge, and that is Miss Impacts' suicide. Well, what are you trying to say? Celeste was Swan's manager, and yet there's a photo of him inside the On Guard mansion. You're right, you haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Yes, I can, because do we have the photo in evidence? We do! This is a photo of Miss Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impacts' handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright, it was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this in Mr. On Guard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Unlock successful. Alright, Andrews. Spill it. Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Corda didn't want her to get married anymore, right?
Yes, because of Matt.
Because of Mr. On Guard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going. Celeste. She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world all the time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why With Love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple, weren't they?
And it wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible.
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. On that night, Juan called their marriage off. Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened.
But, then why did Mr. Corda have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Yeah, I can see that. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impacts!
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds. And so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized a note would be a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out all about this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation or with what I know now. Oh my god. So, to summarize, the killer's on the run with Maya. Maya wants us to get a guilty verdict, which is going to lead to her death. But On Guard is the real killer, or he may as well be the real killer. We have to defend him in court tomorrow. This is insane. This is ridiculous. This is so crazy. Okay. Tomorrow's gonna be one heck of a trial. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all tomorrow for some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Goodbye.